This is Sven, the black sheep. This is Lars, the sheep farm owner, and this is his giant dog of unproportional measures named Wotan. And these are the sheep of the farm where we reside. You guess what the goal of this game is. Did you guess a farming simulator knockoff with a cartoon style? Maybe a life of a sheep simulator? Well, the life of a sheep simulator guess would probably be somewhat accurate. However, the guess and answer I was looking for was more crude. Procreate with every single sheep on the farm before the time runs out, or you die a slow, painful death of eternal failure.
What the hell?
This is Sven Completely Screwed, an indie game created by Corian Interactive, a German game company which has published some other bangers like Rush Hour Deluxe, Crazy Chicken Extreme, and don't forget My Life Riding Stables 3. If you're wondering what happened to the other two, Sven the Black Sheep killed them with that BBC. So, if you still don't understand what this game we are platinuming today is, let me explain it in layman terms. You hump sheep. Yeah, that's, just like the Welsh people do. In total, the game contains 21 trophies with the platinum. It's estimated to take 6 hours, 3 playthroughs, and it's rated at a 2 out of 10 for difficulty. So, without further ado, let us begin the job today. Lord have mercy on my soul.
That's what I'm saying.
Alright, now starting off this game, you first play through the tutorial and it shows you the absolute basics of humping actions we will be performing today. And it's fairly simple for the most part. Just run up to the sheep, press X, and let bro do what bro gotta do. You can also riz up the sheep by pressing circle and buying, if you will. It's called a mating call. So shout out to bro, chivalry isn't dead. However, if you fail to riz up the sheep in time and their little storm above their heads turn past lightning, they will then become the devil and turn beet red, trying to kill you. Just like that one girl who did this to me 2.5 years ago, on God. Thankfully, when the devil sheep tries to eviscerate your life force, you actually can't be hurt. Instead, it just takes time off of your time limit with the levels we have to do. And the first time this happened, I did get a trophy called Hell No from being shocked by one. Anyways, I then completed the tutorial, and the rest of it just sort of showed us some specific situations and how to get away from Lars, the farm guy, and his dog Wotan, who will attack us if we do anything against the rules. The rules of this game are just no humping, by the way, so it's pretty simple. However, we will break them every chance we get. Just like that time I was on probation for speeding in a school zone. 5 over is not going to kill anybody, officer. But anyways, at the very end of the tutorial, I got another trophy from making 10 sheep vanish, which I guess that's the term for a successful hump. And by using the lightning fast power-up they gave us, so yeah, GG's, I am the sheep humping lord. I will, I'm never going to be able to get a real job now in my life. I got a great digital footprint we got going on.
Oh my God!
But anyways, once that was finally finished, we then got to go see the assortment of levels today for us to complete. And this is when we begin stage 1, complete the game with caution. Now they say this on the trophy guide because there is quite a few trophies from beating every level in a row without taking damage. And on every level, there is objectives to unlock more positions, if you catch my drift, a wink wink. Now spoiler, I wouldn't actually go after any of those special objectives because they are actually quite hard. And they're not really convenient to do right now considering we do need to not take damage for the trophy stamina, which is the hardest in the game by far. But with all of that said, I just got to humping, baby. And all jokes aside, this game is actually pretty hilarious. Like, what kind of psychopathic man created this game? Then again, it was a German, so, you know, they've done some worse things. Like, genuinely, who thinks of this stuff? The sound effects alone made me lose it quite a few times. I haven't laughed this hard at a game in a while. But the funny, it does go away after a while, just because this game, low-key, it isn't a breeze. You gotta put in effort, man. The hump doesn't come without bumps. God, I'm just preaching wisdom today. Anyways, my first trophy in the actual game was from simply scoring 1,200 points on a level. The way points work is by doing a lot of vanishing of sheep and doing it fast, all the while not being caught. Pretty standard, and I managed to do this on the first level, so yeah, easy peasy. Now moving on to the second level, I also got 2 more trophies from reaching 1,600 points and 2,000 points total on a level. And for more lore, basically every level in this game is completely different, even if they may look the same depending on, you know, what kind of area you're in. Typically they do get harder with each level, but not necessarily on an exponential route. Yeah, we're doing algebra today, baby. I took math class in high school. # college dropout. But yeah, like I said, on level 2, I got both those trophies from reaching the point goals. Pretty hard level, you know, much harder than the first one, so that's fun. And here are both of those trophies popping after I was done with the job. Now fast forward past the 3rd level and onto the 4th level, which was where my next trophy was gotten, called Like a Virgin, from unlocking my first position. Good lord. For reference, you get 5 initial positions, which can get used randomly when vanishing the sheep, as the game calls it. But you can then unlock 25 other positions from doing little objectives on levels that can be seen by pausing the game or going to the settings. And on the 4th level, the special objective of it was to just not be caught by the dog named Wotan. And I could have sworn he got me at the very end, but hey, the objective completed and I got the trophy pop. So yeah, take that, dog. Haha, roasted. Jesus Christ, I hate my life. What am I doing with my existence on this rock right now? I don't know. So moving on, I sort of got the easy trophies out of the way. I also had some issues with the tracking of my completed levels in a row because it came straight out of the tutorial and it was just not tracking, which is why all the trophies from completing levels in a row weren't popping. I honestly don't know why it wasn't tracking them, but I eventually did figure it out after a while, and my following trophy before those was from being on the receiving end 69 times. If you understand what this alludes to, yes, we have to take it. I had no clue sheep were bisexual. Nature truly is crazy. We're learning things today, and I'm uttering sentences that nobody in my bloodline hopefully ever has. God bless our ancestors. Hundreds of years of struggling and suffering just so I can sit inside my warm home and play the sheep sex game. GG, great grandpa. Now, after that trophy popped, I then played for quite some time without anything else because we have burned through the easy trophies. It's to be expected. I mean, the game only has 20 trophies total, so yeah, not too many. Still more than Marathon, however. F that game. But my next 2 trophies were from completing 3 levels and then 5 levels in a row. They finally started tracking. I also promised that I wasn't failing. This game isn't hard, it's just sometimes a little bit annoying. But yeah, here's the trophy from beating 3 levels in a row, and then 2 more levels later from beating 5 in a row. At this point in the game, I also was fairly far into it, and I reached the point where levels became genuinely hard with how much danger is actually posed against us. And while I was getting nearly ran over by cars for an hour straight, I also found a splotch of 4 sheep huddled up, and I bawed at them like the Chad Riz sheep that I am, which in turn gave me the smash trophy from mate calling 4 sheep at once. Call me the Rizzler the way I twizzled up them sheep shafts on God. And speaking of buying, or mate calling, I guess, it's a fucking lame way to call it, I ended up doing that 69 times on sheep for another trophy called Blow My Whistle. I swear to God, those are the lyrics to a 2000s pop song we didn't know was sexual as kids, or am I crazy, chat? Can you blow my whistle, bitch? What did he say? But moving on, I again hit a roadblock because the trophies dried up just as fast as my pussy does, and the next one I got was called Happy Ending. We gotta stop with the sexual puns, brother. I'm starting to think this game was made by a 13-year-old, or just Its Illusion's jokes 2 years ago. But this trophy was from completing 20 levels successfully at least 1 time. Pretty dang self-explanatory. However, this also does lead us into nearly the ending of the game because there was only 25 levels total. So here's that trophy pop after I did complete 20 levels in a row. And only a few moments after that on the final 5 levels, which are the most annoying because they are inside of a sewage plant, or, you know, we call this Flint, Michigan, where I'm from. I got the trophy Rough Times from getting away from Wotan 25 times total. Him and Lars both have a trophy together like this, but I got this one first because that's how counting works, you retard. Also, to get away from them, as the game calls it, it can be done in a variety of ways. Typically, it just involves me running away as fast as I can without pissing myself, and after doing that 25 times on Wotan, I got that trophy pop right here. Now, unfortunately, for the next 30 minutes, I would get less than dog shit from this game, and that's because, as I said earlier, my level tracking was all jacked up after I did the tutorial and then jumped right into the levels from it. I don't really know what happened. I don't know why this happened, but yeah, come on. What can we expect? This game is, it's this game. So yeah, GG. But I finally would complete 20 levels successfully in a row without taking damage, and that actually popped me 2 trophies. First one called Orgy from just doing 20 levels in a row, and then Stamina from doing 20 levels in a row without taking damage. And that's officially the hard part of this game completed with. So we are now into stage 2, which is like the cleanup, basically. My remaining trophies were from unlocking 20 positions, getting caught 50 times, using items 69 times. Ha ha ha. It's so funny. I love 6ix9ine jokes. God. Oh my God. and then using 25 positions at least once. And finally, from just completing, yeah, you guess it. Yeah, 69 total levels in the game. I'm genuinely gonna go and buy a shotgun and
Oh my god!
Bro, imagine that news headline. YouTuber passes away after playing sheep sex game. Insane legacy. Anyways, I got the unlocked 20 positions trophy first out of those remaining ones because it was the trophy I was hunting for. Duh. And this is because it's honestly a grind and a challenge. Going back through every single level and trying to do the objectives is sometimes very easy, but other times it's very, very complex. And for a few, I still have no clue what the fuck it's asking for me. Also, there isn't any tutorials online, so I really was out of resources. Thankfully though, you can skip 5 levels because we only need 20 positions, not 25. So once I did finally do 20 positions, I got the trophy pop, and here it is. I then just farmed out getting caught 50 times right after because I was pretty close already, and you know, why not? Only 2 minutes later, I got a trophy pop as well. And now I basically just have to replay the easiest level over and over to get 69 total levels completed. So I just did that on the first one because it's the fastest by far. During this, I would also get the 69 item usage trophy pop because, I mean, yeah, I had a lot of progress towards it already, and I've been using items all game long. I then got the use 25 positions trophy at least once a few minutes after. Again, this is a random trophy, so it is kind of RNG because the guy just does random positions whenever. I don't know how to explain it, but it's not hard to do this. Just keep on humping away, soldier. So here's that trophy pop. Now my last trophy, just do 69 levels total. Kind of boring, I know, but I made it even more boring by just doing the same level over and over. Do we call it efficiency? Do we call this being a masochist? Or do we call it simply trying to get the trophy and nothing else? Well, that's what I would call it. And here's it popping with the laid platinum trophy pop right along with it. I don't really have any words to describe what this game is or what I have just done in this video. It's safe to say that I probably am gonna get demonetized. So if you made it this far and you saw an ad, make sure to comment Daddy Illusion is getting paid down below, or laid. Either way, you get it right, because yeah, the game. Okay, goodbye. More videos soon. I'm just gonna start posting daily because I'm going insane. And yeah, GG, well played. I'm trying to extend this video since it's so short. So okay, my pee-pee hurts.